Well, the race is on now across the Maritimes to repair nearly $800 million in damages from Hurricane Fiona before tourism season starts. One summer favorite is the Pointe-du-Chêne Wharf, which is still busy rebuilding everything from the restaurant to the access road. To check in on the progress and the challenges, we're joined now from Shediac by General Manager of the Pointe-du-Chêne Harbour Authority, Victor Cormier. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
I'm excellent. I know that you've had a tough winter. Normally, you have winters off, especially this time of year. That has not been the case this year. So tell us about the work that you've been doing flat out since January to try to get the wharf rebuilt. What's that process been like so far?
Well, basically for us, we're trying to make sure that we have the proper engineering in place to mitigate any future storms, because the future will have some more storms. Our access road, we want to make sure that it's engineered the proper way. Both gas and diesel tanks were moved to the middle of the road. Good thing that didn't tip over. It's probably in the vicinity of $3 to $4 million in costs. We've applied for various help from our insurance, from the EMO, and from ACOA. And we will be open by the long weekend in May of this year.
So let's talk about that too. So just to recap too, Victor, so the diesel tanks and gas tanks were in the middle of the road and the restaurant was totally washed away. You've had to demolish the restaurant too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The good thing that the gas and diesel tanks didn't tip over, because it would have been a major disaster. So we got to replace those. The restaurant, the Sandbar restaurant, was moved off of its footings. So Rob Taylor, the owner, demolished it, and he's rebuilding it brand new, and will be open by the long weekend in May.
And so let's talk about May long weekend too. What needs to happen? You talk about the restaurant needs to go up. I know you're replacing. There was some other equipment that was, I think, completely destroyed or washed away. What needs to happen for you to be open by May long?
Well, we've got to reconstruct the whole road, brand new, and we're going to basically have a new paved access road to the wharf, and on the right side there's going to be a in and out bike lane, and also a new sidewalk. We're going to replace the gas and diesel tanks and gas bar kiosks. We have to replace the pump out station, and we have to also replace the new deck and also the foundations on pretty well all the buildings on the wharf.
That is so much work, Victor, when you lay it all out like that. Now, on top of all of that, we know that there are a bunch of locals that love fishing off the wharf. There's 4 lobster boats that fish out of Pointe-du-Chêne. How important is it for you to get back up and running for them, too?
Well, for them, they start lobster fishing August 10th, and there's always a lot of mackerel fishers that come on the wharf. Sometimes in the morning, there's like 25 or 30 of them fishing mackerel in the morning. But we'll have everything ready to go, and we'll be able to welcome the couple of 100,000 visitors and tourists that usually come to the wharf every year.
Now you're a not-for-profit wharf, Victor, too, right? So, but I know, funding this, you talk about $3 to $4 million worth of damages. You have insurance, but how are you funding the rebuild in order to be able to have all of this ready here in the next few months?
Well, basically, our insurance only covered the buildings and content. So anything else on the wharf, the damages to the road, to the buildings, various other things we've applied with the New Brunswick Emergency Measures Organization and COA, and we should have some news from them shortly to see if they are going to help us or not. If not, we'll just have to get the funds somewhere to make sure that we are open.
It happened in September, and here we are hoping that you're going to be open for May long. I know how challenging it's been, but good luck the rest of the way, Victor Cormier. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you for reaching out to us.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.